del pasado. De hecho, la mayoría de las personas que las reciben las pierden en cuestión de minutos. La videotarjeta de negocios de Now Media es un video de su negocio especialmente creado por nuestros expertos con toda su información de contacto, los productos y servicios de su negocio, y puede ser enviado de manera rápida utilizando su teléfono móvil. Cientos de negocios ya están viendo la diferencia. Llámenos hoy al 832-384-9588.
En esta era digital, las tarjetas de presentación de negocios son cosa del pasado. De hecho, la mayoría de las personas que las reciben las pierden en cuestión de minutos. La videotarjeta de negocios de Now Media es un video de su negocio especialmente creado por nuestros expertos con toda la información de contacto, los productos y servicios de su negocio, y puede ser enviada de manera rápida utilizando su teléfono inteligente. Cientos de negocios ya están viendo la diferencia. Llámenos hoy y permítanos ser parte de su éxito.
Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
And hello and welcome back to Networking Now. I'm your host, Glen Henderson. So excited you decided to stop by and spend a few minutes with us today. Glad to see you, and this is one exciting show we have for you today. One particular guest, I can't wait for you to meet her. So it's a beautiful, clear blue sky, sunny day here in Houston, Texas. A fabulous weekend for getting out, getting about, meet some new people. As a matter of fact, some friends of mine, business colleagues from a business group that I participate in. You may have heard of it, called BNI. Yeah, I'll explain that in just a moment. We got together yesterday for a fabulous happy hour social event at the Tasting Room here in the city center in Houston, Texas. We got together, we socialized, we talked business, did a little networking, maybe.
En esta era digital, las tarjetas de presentación de negocios son cosa del pasado. De hecho, la mayoría de las personas que las reciben las pierden en cuestión de minutos. La videotarjeta de negocios de Now Media es un video de su negocio especialmente creado por nuestros expertos con toda la información de contacto, los productos y servicios de su negocio, y puede ser enviada de manera rápida utilizando su teléfono inteligente. Cientos de negocios ya están viendo la diferencia. Llámenos hoy y permítanos ser parte de su éxito.
Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
And hello and welcome back to Networking Now. I'm Glen Henderson. Remember, it just said it a moment ago, live from Houston, broadcasting live from Houston. Well, can you guess where I am? Can you? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? Any idea where I am? We are actually in the windy city of Chicago today, and welcome to, yep, Star Trek Mission Chicago. This is the 56th anniversary Star Trek convention here in Chicago, Illinois. We just landed yesterday evening. I already seen a couple of familiar faces. Can you believe this? Are you ready for this? Do you know Star Trek? Deep Space Nine? You know that show? Well, last year in Las Vegas, we got to meet one of the stars of that show, a wonderful lady named Chase Masterson, who played the #1 double girl, Lita. Oh my goodness. Remember Chase Masterson? Well, guess what? Just as we were getting ready to start talking with you today, I heard these voices. Hey, Captain. You see what I did there? Hey, Captain, I look up and it's Chase. She recognized me from last year in Vegas. We're going to be going over to say hello and chat with her a little while from now, later on today. But I'll tell you what, it's been a fabulously produced and organized event so far. Wow, it's really, really what a blast. It was a very smooth flight getting here from Houston. And I'll tell you, we have been seeing some absolutely fantastic costumes and makeup. Boy, you should see some of the Buccaneers. Very nicely done. And so we are going around to one of the places where we'll be coming to you later on. Yeah, you can see all the signs behind me. Ah, look at here. I'm walking into, I'm just going to turn around and see if I can walk backwards without hurting myself here. Coming into the exhibit floor, and all of the exhibitors here. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get you a look. See, there's the big swag table right up front there. And then around this way, there's a nice little food court. Over on this side, we've already seen quite a few of the exhibitors, and there's some really fantastic crafts being and things being designed, literal works of art in many cases. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be introducing you to a couple of those people later on. But let's come on out here. You know, I heard something really interesting just a minute ago when I stuck my head into the main room where the main stage is across the way there. And you know who I heard speaking? Yeah, that's right, Wesley Crusher. The actor Will Wheaton was the spotlight interview there on the main stage. And I heard him say something really, really interesting about Star Trek in response to a question that someone asked him, you know, during the Q&A session for his interview. Somebody asked him, what are some of the lessons that you took from Star Trek? Some of the things that you learned from making that show, which you are actually using in your own life. And here's what Will said. It was really, really got my attention. He said, probably the most important thing I learned, or one of the most important things I learned from Star Trek, he says, I learned to embrace, just as I learned to embrace the philosophy of IDIC. You know, IDIC, infinite diversity in infinite combination. As I learned to embrace that philosophy and really try to apply it and live it in my own life, it says, I learned that to live that way and to adapt and to adopt that philosophy as a way of life eliminates the fear of the other, because there is no other. Did you catch that? Boy, who would have expected such wisdom out of Wesley Crusher? Anyway, no, it was a really quite a profound thing to hear young Mr. Wheaton say. And as a matter of fact, we may get to expand on that a little later on, because Paula and I are going to be stopping by his autograph table later on this afternoon. But it is so great to see you. We've got a full show for you today, a couple of really excellent conversations with some of our experts. Oh, and by the way, as I said, later on, we're going to be stopping by the exhibit floor and introducing you to a couple of people. But right now, let's get into real estate, as we always do. We have been so privileged and so excited to have our resident expert on all things real estate. And here she is again to have a chat with you from Doss Home Loans, our good friend, Young Tran. Young, how are you? Nice to see you.
Thanks, Glenn, and welcome back, everyone. Let's continue to talk real estate with you and our amazing Networking Now audience. Today, I want to talk about why Houston is such an amazing real estate market for buying, renting, or selling a property. The Houston Association of Realtors' latest report says Houston's real estate market charged into the new year, carrying the positive momentum it sustained throughout 2021. They also point out that the strongest sales activity at the highest end of the pricing spectrum is because there is little to no inventory available below the mid-range. Now, what does that mean? It means if you're looking to sell your home and the pricing is around $250,000 to $350,000, now is the best market for you. Additionally, suppose you're looking to buy or rent a property. In that case, you'll be able to negotiate better and maximize your savings by having an experienced real estate agent by your side. Houston is the fourth largest market in the U.S. with multiple international airports, a booming economy, and a safe environment for the kids. These factors are really important because your home is and will be the most important investment of your life. And like any other investment, you want to minimize the costs and maximize the value over time. Do not worry too much at the beginning if you've had any of these problems in the past. It is important to have an experienced real estate agent by your side. Your real estate agent is like your best friend. You need to be transparent when talking to your agent. In fact, having a real estate agent professional will alert you in advance of any potential issues. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me so I can answer them to you directly. Thanks, Glenn, and back to you.
Thank you, Young. It's always so great to hear your insights. You know, I had a feeling that moving to Houston was a good idea. It's really exciting to hear that Houston is one of the hottest markets anywhere in the country. That's great. If you live here, your value is going up. I'll tell you right now. We will be right back with our friend teaching us how to network in the bedroom. Right after these commercial words. Don't go away.
If you are looking for someone who can provide stunning photography and videos and knows exactly what it takes to get your listing sold or boost your personal brand, Matt Pierce Photography is your solution. My focus is on helping you make the very best first impression that you possibly can. We help you use images and videos effectively in your brand and marketing design to tell your story. Give your corporate image the presence it deserves. Your headshot and your branding is your first impression with clients and business partners. What message are you sending? At Matt Pierce Photography, we believe that pictures and video make information easier to remember, so it makes your message stick. With clean, sleek, simple, and powerful, well-edited images and videos will make you stand out from the crowd. Get your products or listings sold quicker, and establishing you as an expert, attracting new clientele. We also offer an array of other products and services such as video walkthroughs, property and agent commercial videos, and a full-service video production house to help bring your story to life. See, when you grow, we grow. So let's grow together. Matt Pierce Photography is your solution for your real estate, corporate, branding, or marketing photography and video needs. Take a decisive step on growing your image and telling your brand story. Call me today for a free consultation.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right legal team on your side. After a personal injury, criminal case, or an insurance claim, let me represent you. I know how difficult a criminal or a personal injury case can affect you and your loved ones. And I also know that sometimes bad things happen to good people. My name is Richard Nava, principal attorney at Nava Law Group. We are highly qualified legal counsel serving Houston, Edinburgh, and Laredo. At my firm, our team of legal experts has helped thousands of people that have been treated unfairly. Nava Law Group has become a pillar of the community and has developed a solid reputation with industry peers, clients, and members of the legal system. Take a decisive step today. We are here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you get the settlement you deserve.
And I'm Paula Cook.
We are founding partners of Odyssey Now Television. At Odyssey Now TV, we are leveraging the power of on-demand television to positively impact you, the planet, and humanity. Designed for modern, purpose-driven entrepreneurs and individuals who recognize that wealth is balance, Odyssey Now TV is revolutionizing the delivery of powerful and thought-provoking content.
True success in business and life requires continual personal and professional development, which Odyssey Now TV delivers. We have curated this transformational content by global experts for you directly to your TV and smart devices, anytime, anywhere, and instantly at your fingertips.
The purpose of life is a life with purpose. Join us and become the absolute very best version of you. Visit us at odysseynow.tv and claim your success, wealth, and life balance.
So we are back at Star Trek Mission Chicago 2022. Great to see you. Oh, and by the way, don't worry about your boy. Everybody's staying safe, staying healthy. It's a fantastic. I need to show you this. This is really interesting to me because, as you know, I've been a Trek fan for quite a long time. And here, what you've got is the complete timeline, the complete Star Trek timeline. In case you were wondering, well, which came first? The Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space, and Enterprise, Discovery, which came and when and what, and who did what first and all of that? Well, come on down and take a picture. As a matter of fact, how about if I take a picture for you? I'll take a shot and let you know everything in order. Really fascinating stuff about how the Star Trek universe came to be, making some really interesting connections here, developing some new relationships with people that we're meeting. Oh, speaking of which, now is the time for our relationship expert, the lady who is sharing us the most intimate details and tips and tricks about networking in the bedroom. Let's hear from our good friend, the founder of Health for Wealth, Patria Leone. Hello, Patria. Lay it on us. No pun intended.
Hi, I'm Patria Leone. This is Networking in the Bedroom, lights on or off. You'll be surprised where this is going to take you. Now ask yourself, are you someone who is comfortable enough to have the lights on, being able to stand in the middle of a room in front of your partner, wearing sexy lingerie, or nothing at all, being very vulnerable? Or would you rather have the lights off, not being able to be seen at all? Whatever your answer is, this stems from what you feel about yourself. The relationship you have with yourself affects every facet in your life. Intimacy is so vitally important for everyone. We're all human, and it's our nature to need that emotional, physical, and that mental connection for several reasons. Now let's get back to the relationship with yourself, which affects everything in life. I'm going to go over two scenarios. First, the person who invests in themselves, in their career, in their family. And when you take time to prioritize for self-care, you feel good, ready to tackle anything you set out to do. You strive to look and perform your best. Have that level of confidence it takes to accomplish everything in your career and your personal life. You can look in front of your mirror and like what you're seeing, feeling sexy and sensual, keeping the lights on. You believe in yourself and have self-worth. Doing this releases hormones that help to make you feel strong, happier, healthier, all the way around. This is where relationships flourish, starting with intimacy. When you have a very busy life with work and family and you're happy, this reflects your partner and your kids. The intimate connection is so strong, and what it does, it helps to release everyday stress, giving each other support that you both need in life. This leads to better sleep, more energy, and come on, we all know we need sexual satisfaction, and that changes everything. With friendships, people will gravitate towards you, approach you, and engage. And it's our nature to want to be around happy people that are confident. Your coworkers and employees will look up to you and respect and want to learn from you. The second scenario is the person who invests so much into their career and their family and neglects themselves. They may do little things here and there to fit self-care in, but you may be falling short. You may feel down on yourself, struggling with your weight and your performance with work, low energy, sleep deprived, and not being able to get your goals. No, you know that you want to achieve, but you're consistently out of reach for one reason or another. You are your own worst critic and have that obsessive voice inside your head creating self-doubt. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'll start next month, first of the year, next week. Does this sound familiar? When you feel this way about yourself, this affects all your relationships in a much different way than what we were talking about before. Statistically speaking, 15 to 20% of married or partnered population live with a disconnect, no intimacy, and they're in a lonely relationship. 43% of married partnered men text other women mostly for validation, whereas 22% of women text other men for the emotional connection. We're very different. There's a reason why you, your spouse, or your partner are looking outside of your relationship. Now, I'm not saying it's your fault, not at all. If you're someone who is struggling with a connection, ask yourself how you truly feel about yourself. It's how you perceive yourself, how everyone will perceive you. You set the precedence. The intimate disconnect lights off. Why? 70% of women want to change and make certain things happen in their life, but they are unsure of where to start or what to do. They say they don't even like looking at themselves in front of a mirror. That number is astounding. If you are someone who is feeling this way, it's time to invest in yourself. You believe you may want to make those changes, but fitting in time for self-care is too challenging. And I can assure you, if you put yourself as one of your priorities and build that plan and customized to your life and your goals, there is no stopping you. A report from Healthline states psychologically, during intimacy, having that ability to look into each other's eyes, it's called gazing. During intimacy, this creates trust, bond, sincerity, and a deeper connection. You want to have the lights on. You want that connection, but it starts with you. You're making eye contact with everyone you meet. When you come into contact, it gives you confidence. Also helps within all your relationships, whether it be friends, co-workers, acquaintances, or a stranger on the street. Remember, what you do in private shows in public, no matter if it's in your mind or behind a closed door. In our society, it's mostly about what's on the outside. In recent years, we've been trying to be accepting of different types of people within our society and culture. Someone said to me the other day, when I lost weight, it was incredible how many people started to talk to me that never did before. And I said to her, it's because you're taking care of yourself. This demonstrates self-respect. You have confidence, and that exudes. You carry yourself differently. People gravitate towards this. If you do not take care of yourself, there's no self-respect. So why would anyone else respect you? This is the mindset of our society. However, bettering anything in your life will help you feel better in several ways. This will reflect on all of your relationships and mainly yourself. You may be someone who wants to invest in yourself to make changes, but are unsure or of where to start or have good intentions. And you may be going in and out of good habits and having them fall to the wayside. But remember, every behavior and habit creates your choices, and you are the sum of all your choices. But the question is where or how to start. In order to fix or manage anything, you need to be aware of the issue. First things first, being honest with yourself, and what needs to change the most is the most challenging step of all. As a health strategist, a founder of Health for Wealth, I have developed a 4-pillar method which we all live within. The mindset, overall health and wellness, relationships, and finances. They are the foundation of your life, and you can fit any one of your circumstances or situations in one of those 4 categories. Now it's time to take the step and make those changes. You want to look in the mirror and you want to feel confidence. You want to perform at an optimal level, but you really want the lights on.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Patria Leone. Health for wealth and networking in the bedroom. It's so important, isn't it, to be confident in who you are and whom you're with. you're comfortable in your own skin first, and then you can be comfortable next to somebody else. Speaking of comfort, will you get a load of this? Holy moly. It is a Star Trek official standard issue Starfleet bathrobe. I gotta tell you, this is the most comfortable. I wish this were like Touch-A-Vision or Steal-A-Vision. It is the most comfortable thing ever. Fantastic. We're gonna be seeing some other vendors and some other exhibitors here at on the exhibit floor at Star Trek Mission Chicago. Right now, we've got a word coming from our good friend, the founder of Sumantra Holistic. Oh, well, no, wait a minute. Before we get to Sumantra Holistic, which I love, absolutely love this, we have a happy reunion. We have a wonderful return from our good friend with merchant processing, our good friend, Trudy King. Let's say hello to Trudy.
Hi, my name is Emilia Young, and I am a breast cancer survivor. When I was diagnosed with cancer in 2016, I endured not only difficult physical challenges, but also mental challenges such as anxiety, depression, anger, and a great uncertainty about the future. In 2017, I went into remission, and I decided my goal was to provide to women like me a supportive and nurturing place to retreat, recharge, and heal. That is why I created Sumantra Holistic and became a breast cancer mentor and healing minister. I know from experience what you and your loved ones are going through, the sadness, the fear, the anger, and I know how to mentor you and yours during these difficult times. Let me help you. Let me be part of your holistic healing process. Let's walk this path together towards peace, health, and mental balance.
Change the future and you're driven. Change the way, your passion and your spirit. You gotta change the world with one word, with the power of your soul. Because the magic is in you. You have the chance to change the world.
Look there. And resistant is futile. Cherry tree making computers cool again. Love it, love it. So here we are back at Star Trek Mission Chicago. And I have to share this with you because it's the most comforting thing I've seen here so far. Emilia's segment kind of put me in mind of this. And, you know, because the world gets stressful and all that sort of thing. And so you want to get a little relaxation, a little calm. Well, why not adopt a tribble? Yeah, they do charitable work here as well. So adopt a tribble. The Tribble Adoption Center at sciencebiz.com. I am telling you, it is the most calming, relaxing. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Oh, you got to feel this. It's phenomenal. Outstanding, my man. Thank you. So I could win. I can win. Oh, okay. So I need to enter. I'll be back soon. And you know what? Check it out. This you've got to see, because I went to see these guys earlier today.
The other side.
Here they are. Top-minded, and I must confess, I did spend a little money here earlier. So we're gonna hang out and wait for our friend Kevin here to get set. How are you?
All right, see you around.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi,
Good to see you. So, yes, Glen Henderson. Yeah, we are. Kevin, absolute. What? So you and I did a little business earlier.
We did. I talked you into a Star Trek Enterprise offer.
I'm sure it was the toughest thing in the world. He threatened me.
It was that
honey, he threatened me. He threatened my life, my kids, the whole deal. I couldn't resist.
I'm not going to argue that. I have to know the smile I saw on his face when that thing lit up. So
absolutely. Hey, can we have a look at the unit?
Gosh. Absolutely.
Oh, you're gonna love this. As a matter of fact, let's have a look at what it was that I actually purchased.
Sure.
Right? It was a okay. You're making your Christmas plans already? Yes, of course you are. And so you absolutely need. Wowie zowie! Look at that. Enterprise tree topper. Are you ready for this?
Hold on.
Yeah.
It is a component to what we call the Star Trek storytellers. There are 7 in total. You will notice your keen-eyed. The Dr. Boy is not yet joined the set. But you're sure to arrive this afternoon. You know what it's like. They transported in and he insisted on a shuttle. So he's running on low legs, but we'll have him do this afternoon.
Yes.
The ornaments will connect wirelessly to by this nifty-year-old control that will allow you.
Y'all gotta watch this. Let me see if I can get up here so we can hear the sound. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. So what happens?
Remember that the narration from Captain Kirk is happening down here.
So the narration from the tree topper is happening from Captain Kirk himself. All right. How good is this? It's absolutely phenomenal. And as I said, honey, he threatened me. He did. He called down curses upon my family. I had to buy it. There was no choice. There was no alternative.
You know,
and
there's 4 more ornaments.
There's 4 more. Twist my arm. Kevin, thanks so much. As a matter of fact, my man Kevin is actually also a Star Trek author. You've worked with some of the greatest. What kind of things have you written so far?
I worked with Dave Mack and Dayton Ward. Marco Palmieri is our editor on the Star Trek Vanguard series. We've written for Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Dave Mack and Greg Kopp. Dave and I worked on the Star Trek Legacies trilogy that was the 50th anniversary book. So I've had lots of opportunities from Star Trek. We even wrote an issue of a comic book for IDW.
Holy moly!
Good old guy.
Listen. I think I've got some catching up to do with just the one book.
Yeah, it's all out there.
Excellent, Kevin. Thanks so much.
Oh, bless you for
Really
coming
appreciate
around.
your time. Absolutely right. So, my friends, wow, what a day. Not here alone. Say hello to my goodly wife, Paula. We have been having a stroll around and seeing, as you can see, there are some phenomenal uniforms and cosplay outfits, and love it, love it, love it. There's something about it. I'm going to get into a little bit of the philosophy and the meaning of events like this. There is something deep within us that believes, or at least hopes, for a better world, for a better future, for a brighter future. And one of the reasons I love Star Trek, you notice I've lost track of my wife. You know why? She may be about to put the through. Anyway, I believe that Star Trek speaks to that hope in each of us and causes us to seek and hope for a brighter future, a future, as Will Wheaton said earlier. You heard me mention that? He said, by embracing the philosophy of IDIC, infinite diversity in infinite combinations, that way of thinking eliminates the fear of the other, because there is no other. So that's the kind of future that I'm sure we are all looking for. And of course, you can't have a better future without wine. Just saying. We're about to pick up a couple of bottles of Chateau Picard a little bit later on. The other thing I like about this event, and events like this, is the incredible diversity of the people who are here. Young and old, from all walks of life. We've met people so far, some people from Texas. We've met people from Iowa, from New York, from different countries around the world. And people come in from just about everywhere for an event just like this. There's a couple of exhibits over here that I'm finding sort of interesting. Oh, by the way, we're about to have our one and only political moment of political debate.
Love it.
You're wondering who to vote for?
Not going to get canceled. No one cancels Picard and Riker.
Picard.
They're good with everybody.
And Riker.
Everyone's got to be right. It's good with everybody. We need more Picard.
Riker 20. You know what? Picard Riker 24. Make it so.
I got this for a while. Same thing.
Nice. There's another thing here. Okay. For those of you who are a little bit heftier in the wallet, there are actually lovingly used uniforms from the shows, from the films, on auction here at Mission Chicago. And so if that is how you'd like to roll, oh my goodness, I see something over there. It's kind of got my attention. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll let you know. I'll let you know about that a little bit later on. In the meantime, as you might expect, there are all kinds of memorabilia available. You know, I've been looking for a batleth. The weapon of a warrior. You do know about that, yes? Star Trek: The Next Generation. One of the characters is a Klingon, the first Klingon to serve aboard a Starfleet vessel. His name is Worf. He is a Klingon, and he is a master of the batleth, the ceremonial weapon of a Klingon warrior. Love it. Star Trek. You know, it's really gorgeous to see the artistry that's put into some of these displays and some of the things that are on offer here at Mission. And you know, we are here pretty early still. We're only not even halfway, barely halfway through the first day. And already we've got all of these exhibits and all of these things happening. Are you a fan of autographs? Do you like to collect autographs from celebrities? Well, you may be a bit late on this one already. Sold. But guess what? Nichelle Nichols. Well, there you are. Those are some gorgeous pictures. I'll tell you a story about that in just a minute as we're walking around. Fantastic things available. Not cheap, but if that's your thing, they are here. I'll tell you a story about Nichelle Nichols. She appeared on Trek, as we know, as the communications officer, Lieutenant Uhura, Lieutenant Nyota Uhura. And after the second season, she wanted to quit. She wanted to resign from the show because, you know, who wants to be typecast, right? She wanted to go on and try different things and you know, diversify. She got a phone call, and the phone call said, the person at the other end of the line said, Nichelle, you can't quit. What? No, you can't quit. Don't you realize you're a role model to young Black girls and young Black women all over the world? You have to stick it out. Stay with it. So she stayed and became the cultural icon that Nichelle Nichols, that Uhura is today. You know who the call was from? Martin Luther King. That is the depth of impact that Star Trek has had on culture all around the world. We'll talk a lot about that a little bit more right after these commercials. Don't go away.
If you are looking for someone who can provide stunning photography and videos and knows exactly what it takes to get your listing sold or boost your personal brand, Matt Pierce Photography is your solution. My focus is on helping you make the very best first impression that you possibly can. We help you use images and videos effectively in your brand and marketing design to tell your story. Give your corporate image the presence it deserves. Your headshot and your branding is your first impression with clients and business partners. What message are you sending? At Matt Pierce Photography, we believe that pictures and video make information easier to remember, so it makes your message stick. With clean, sleek, simple, and powerful, well-edited images and videos will make you stand out from the crowd. Get your products or listings sold quicker and establishing you as an expert, attracting new clientele. We also offer an array of other products and services such as video walkthroughs, property and agent commercial videos, and a full-service video production house to help bring your story to life. See, when you grow, we grow. So let's grow together. Matt Pierce Photography is your solution for your real estate, corporate, branding, or marketing photography and video needs. Take a decisive step on growing your image and telling your brand story. Call me today for a free consultation.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right legal team on your side. After a personal injury, criminal case, or an insurance claim, let me represent you. I know how difficult a criminal or a personal injury case can affect you and your loved ones. And I also know that sometimes bad things happen to good people. My name is Richard Nava, principal attorney at Nava Law Group. We are highly qualified legal counsel serving Houston, Edinburgh, and Laredo. At my firm, our team of legal experts has helped thousands of people that have been treated unfairly. Nava Law Group has become a pillar of the community and has developed a solid reputation with industry peers, clients, and members of the legal system. Take a decisive step today. We are here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you get the settlement you deserve.
Nice. Oh, sorry. We're back. Oh my goodness. You know, this is the most luxurious feeling. I had to come back. We were here earlier with the Tribble Adoption Center. Go check them out. ScienceDiv.com. Go get your very own Tribble. Oh yeah, change your life, I'll guarantee you. Speaking of changing your life, now we get to have that moment, the most calming moment at Networking Now with our friend, Miss Emilia Young, the founder of Sumatra Holistic. Emilia, how are you? Nice to see you again. What's happening?
I'm jealous. I want to be there.
I know it. I know it. It is such a fantastic time. Emilia, I was just thinking of something as we were over. Did you see the Tribbles? Aren't they fantastic?
Yes, I saw the
Oh
Tribbles.
my goodness. You know, it reminds me of something that I wanted to ask you about today, and I'm totally taking you by surprise here, Emilia.
Okay.
But I'm curious, your feeling about pets. I know that you specialize in bringing calm and healing to all of your clients and patients. And I've also heard, you know, you hear it all the time that for someone who may be suffering from a post-traumatic stress type situation or something like this, or anxiety, that a pet can be helpful. Can you talk with me a little bit more about that?
Yes, yes, pets can be very helpful. And because, for one thing, they love you unconditionally, right? And that's what we want. And I think that's the big thing about having a pet, to calm you down and to give you some good vibes, is that they love you unconditionally. Well, especially dogs. And then I know for a fact that you can also get a lot of benefit from working with horses, for example. And horses are extremely sensitive. And actually, animals in general are very sensitive. They're as sensitive as children, actually. And I've worked with the pets that belong to clients of mine. And what's interesting is that, for example, if I was working on someone at their home and they're lying on my table, almost always their dog or cat will come and lie down. Well, for cats, they would probably lie down on the table. And for dogs, they would lie down under the table. And they would be very, very quiet because they are, well, for one thing, not only are they sensitive to the energy field, but also they're very sensitive to the feelings of their owner. And so, for example, if the owner is agitated or nervous or unhappy, they can sense that, and you might actually see problems with the pets. So these are some of the examples. And I myself, there was one time when I saw a client at her home, and she was very, very, she had just moved to Houston, and she was very much in disarray. And her dog and her cat were just going really wild and crazy. And so what I did was I set her down and I got her to deep breathe along with me. And as soon as we started doing that, the dog and the cat just settled down. So that's how powerful the connection is between people and their pets, and also how sensitive the pets are.
That's really, really interesting. I've heard that, that dogs don't care if you've had a bad day.
Yes.
They don't care if you just got fired from your job. They don't care if the bank account's running a little low this month. They just love you.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
And I think there's something about that connection. I've also heard it said about dogs that I think the phenomenon is called imprinting, where once you once you acquire a dog and bring a dog into your home, that dog imprints on you. You become that dog's alpha, their leader. You become literally that dog's whole life.
That's
and
right.
they live only for you, which, as you just said, Amelia, most of us could use that kind of connection, that kind of love in our life.
Yes,
So
exactly.
thank you so much. That is really interesting insight about pets and the positive effect they can have. Now, listen, what else is happening? What's going on for you? You've got some events coming up this weekend?
Actually, yes, this weekend, Katie House of Healing and friends are attending a gala in support of Abigail's Place, which helps single mother families to, to become independent and be able to sustain themselves. So it's going to be a 1920s themed affair, and we will take lots of pictures and maybe do like a Facebook Live. And next week, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. at Katie House of Healing, we have a women's drum circle. And yeah, so these are the things that we're getting ready for. And the big thing that we're preparing for is actually next month, on May 21st. We will have Katie House of Healing will be presenting at a table at the Walk with a Doc event, which is hosted by the doctor who diagnosed me with breast cancer. And so there will be lots of prizes and giveaways, some of which I will be making myself, handmade. And right after the event, my cancer support group will be launching for the first time since before COVID. And that will be from 10:30 to 11:30. And both of these events are at Rick Rice Park on West Green Boulevard in Katy.
Oh, fantastic. I know there's going to be quite a few people coming out to join you to support the mission of Abigail's Purse, which I know of some people who have been helped tremendously by Aaron Groff and his work with Abigail's Purse. So really looking forward to that as well. Emilia, thank you so much for coming by. Always great to see you. We'll catch you in the studio, live and in person next week. See you soon.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, now, I need to close with this, my friends, because as you may know, there is a new series coming out very, very soon. It's called a new Star Trek series. It's called Strange New Worlds. It stars wonderful actor Anson Mount, whom we're going to meet later on this afternoon. Also stars Rebecca Romijn. Remember Rebecca Romijn from X-Men, some of the X-Men films? She's also starring. And the reason that I wanted to mention this is because it always reminds me of the main mission, the most important mission of Star Trek, which began with the very first 5-year mission. You remember? And this was part of what drew me to Trek in the first place, drew me into the Trek universe, inspired me to write the book and to share what things I've learned, some life lessons that I've learned over the years from this wonderful series. And I'll close with that wonderful quote from our good friend William Shatner as Captain James T. Kirk. Remember it? Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise, its 5-year mission, and now its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man, where no one has gone before. Your new adventure, our new adventure in making new connections, creating new relationships, deepening our knowledge of ourselves and of each other, I believe is the ultimate adventure, the final frontier. And let's continue taking that journey together. You and I'll see you along the road. And by the way, if you don't mind, if it's all right with you, Paula and I are now going to go and enjoy the heck out of the rest of this weekend. speaking to you live from Star Trek Mission Chicago 2022. This has been Networking Now. I'm your host, Glen Henderson, and as always, everything in life is about creating relationships. Everything. Live long and prosper, my friends. Make it a fantastic weekend. We'll see you very, very soon. Bye for now.
This has been a Now Media Television feature presentation. All rights reserved.
I'm here to take you to a new frontier, the final frontier. In fact, you and I are going where no one has gone before. I'm Glen Henderson, entrepreneur, success coach, and musician, and I want to personally invite you to take this journey with me in the pages of my best-selling new book, All I Need to Know About Success I Learned from Star Trek. We'll travel aboard the USS Enterprise along with Captain James T. Kirk, Spock, and the finest crew in Starfleet. And we'll learn together about success principles like how to work with a team and accomplish your goals, when to fight for what you believe, and when not to, and what your business really is, no matter what you do for a living. Beam aboard with me. My mission is your success. And I'll see you on the bridge. Live long and prosper.
Hola, mi nombre es Shara Natur de Texas Service Life Family One. Les podemos asesorar para escoger el funeral prepagado que mejor se ajuste a su presupuesto. Hablar de preparaciones funerales puede resultar incómodo para muchas personas, pero piénselo bien. Una grave enfermedad o un accidente pueden ocurrir. Debemos estar preparados para lo inevitable, evitándole dolor y gastos innecesarios a su familia. Contamos con los servicios funerarios más accesibles en el estado de Texas. Ya sea que usted quiera un entierro con velación o una cremación, una repatriación a su país de origen. Podemos ayudarle a escoger el funeral prepagado que mejor se ajuste a su necesidad y sobre todo a su presupuesto. Un funeral puede ser muy costoso para su familia si no se planea. A través de Texas Service Life Family One, le ofrecemos gratuitamente una guía de planificación para poder diseñar su funeral.
En vivo, desde los estudios de Now Media Televisión en Houston, esto es Visión Empresarial, conducido por Gilsi Sánchez.